next video in the playlist Google Earth Engine for the beginners. So in today's video, we are going to see how we can create a grid of any size for any projection under Google Earth Engine. So let's start by defining our region of interest to which we have to create a grid. So let's search any place. So I'm creating a grid for Bangalore district in the Karnataka. So I'm searching the place in the search places or data catalog panel. So now I have been zoomed into Bangalore in India. So I'm using uh, add a point in order to draw a geometry at the center of the Bengaluru. So now you can see my point geometry is now imported and its coordinates are here in the decimal. So now I have to get the shapefile of the Bangalore district. So as usual, I have used the this data set earlier, the global administrative unit layer. So we have the first level administrative boundary, second level, as well as the country boundaries for the year 2015. So since Bangalore is a district, it's a second level administrative division. So let's import this FAO GAUL, that stands for Global Administrative Unit layer under the 2015 FAO dataset. So let's rename it as FAO. So now I have to create my region of interest using this geometry and FAO dataset. So I'm creating a variable called ROI. That's our region of interest. And I'm filtering our FAO dataset with the filter bounce function to region of interest. Okay, not region of interest. I'm filtering it to geometry. And let's add it to the map in order to see how does it look. So map.add layer ROI, and I'm also want to center object this region of interest. So let's give it a run. You can uncheck this geometry. Here you can see our layer is loading. Yeah. So next is what we have to do is we have to create a grid. So in docs table you can search for covering a grid. So here you will see for geometries we have multiple functions for covering a grid, for polygon, for point, for rectangle, for anything. So since it's an feature collection, let's convert it into geometry by using the function dot geometry. So now it's a proper geometry of our region of interest. Now we have our polygon to which we have to create a grid. So I am using the function dot cover grid for a polygon in order to create a grid. So let's create one more variable called variable uh, grid is equal to my region of interest, that is the geometry. And here if you can just open any of the function of covering grid, it's asking for three arguments. So first one, it should be a geometry which is an input, and we have to give the projection, and we should also give the scale, that is what should be the size of each grid. So next now we have the geometry and give the function covering grid, and we need to specify the projection. So let's use the WGS84 EPSG 4326, the geographic coordinate system, and the scale, let's say 10,000. Let's give it a run, and after that we'll add to the map.add layer grid. Here you can see our layers are loading now. So the layer 1 is our region of interest and layer 2 is our grid. So we have the grid which is covering for our region of interest now. So if you can play with the size of the grid, now I have used the 10,000. If you can use 5,000, the grids will become more smaller. Here you see, so you can change it to whatever the size you want. So now it's a 5 kilometer by 5 kilometer grid, so you can use 10 kilometer, 1 kilometer. In terms of meters also you can specify the grids. So finally you can export this grid for your drive using the function export dot table dot to drive. So here you can give the collection to be grid, and description can be great for Bengaluru. Then folder you can specify, or else you can simply remove this, and you can have the file format to be shapefile, and the rest you can just remove it. Close the brackets. Let's give it a run. You get a task, just run it. Here you can change the formats if you want to KML, KMZ, GeoJSON, CSV, to whatever you want. You can change and just give it a run. It will be automatically exported to your drive. So I hope you got to know how to create a grid for any area, any region of interest of any size under any projections under the Google Earth Engine within 5 minutes. So if you have any kind of queries, doubts, you can always post in the comment section. So feel free to ask any questions. Thank you for watching.